Well, that's two, I almost said dungeons cleared. 2 boards cleared. Now there's DK's stone statue. The Mario crew makes its way into a dense forest. They see Diddy Kong, who's gotten lost on the way to Bowser Castle, and that's why he can't be a playable character. Diddy is in a panic and won't settle down. But then he manages to show Mario and friends what he's upset about. Is it the things he's being charged with? Currently? Oh, foul deed. Donkey Kong's been turned to stone, and Dry Bones is responsible. Wait, is DK not playable in this game? Now that, like, I wasn't paying attention to, like, the playable characters before. Perhaps if our heroes defeat Dry Bones, DK will revert to his old self. It's just, like, some generic random Dry Bones. Everyone jumps at the chance to be the big hero. Once again, they will settle it by seeing who can find the most stars. Want to be the superstar and battle Dry Bones? Try your best, Waluigi. DK's stone statue. Want to see Sega come in next gen to try and take Xbox's spot? Make a bunch of AA games like Nintendo does with their old franchises for exclusives, but target PS6 level performance? That'd be interesting and really mix up the industry a bit, I would think. Give those dice blocks a tap to see who goes first. I'm always gonna be last! Every single time. Wow. I can also feel how my mouth is a little bit burnt. Yesterday around the campfire, I got some hot chocolate and I just didn't really think about letting it cool off first and immediately took like a swig and down the hatch and I burnt my tongue on the top of my mouth. I can feel it. There's a star splurge space. Okay. You get as many stars as you want there if you have enough coins. Oh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I feel like Sega would be a Nintendo competitor more than a PlayStation competitor. Potentially. There'd be like Sonic games that'd be competing with Nintendo. But things like Persona or Yakuza and stuff like that, I feel like would be more targeting like the PlayStation kind of demographic in terms of audience. Is what I feel like. And then you'd have like a mix of like both kinds of games, like family friendly, fun for everyone, and more M-rated kind of games. Get a couple audiences that you can target then. Help set them apart. Boop. 7 for me. Possibly, I think positioning in between the two would be the smartest move for re-entering the market. Got the -10 thing. Everyone's going that way. This will be longer, but I can buy a bunch of crap, and I'll probably get a bunch of coins like I usually do, so. Need third-party support, and being competitive in performance with PS6 would help massively with that. Yeah, definitely would. Get the lead out. Is this just a mashing one? Press A rapidly to extend lead. Yep. I knew it the moment I saw the title. There's my pupils. There's not 10 inches worth of lead even in those, I wouldn't think. But what do I know? Well. Has Atlas, Persona, Yakuza, Sonic, Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Virtua Cop, Virtua Racing, Night in Dreams. Do they still put out new games for those later ones? Like, if they can get their game quality under control, they got franchises coming out the ass. What's the Dead for a horror title? Daytona for another racing game. Things I've heard the names of, but I know, like, nothing about. It's like we need to change a lot. They're advertising themselves as the cool, more grown-up console in a very different time. Marketing wouldn't be enough now. Yeah, there would have to be a lot more to help set things apart. Wow, you're zooming now, aren't you? Wait, so I wonder if that star space is just, like, always gonna be at that specific spot. And you can keep on going past and getting as many stars as you can afford. Or if it moves. Or how it works. Because I can get as many stars as I can afford. I probably shouldn't be trying to spend, like, too much in the shop. Just the things that'll really help me. I don't know. Maybe. Bit by bit, the dragon's coming together. Oh. Oh! Well, Yoshi won't be able to afford the star. So, I mean... Put it before the junction here, probably. Yeah. How about that one? And then... Okay, well, I'm zooming a little bit here. May as well see what's in the shop. Could that potentially help me here? This could speed me up to get into, like, the star again, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's buy some things so that I have them. There, sure. Let's do that, I guess. But yeah, they can't be edgy / grown-up console. That'll always be Xbox or Sony. I think there should be a middle ground between Nintendo and Sony. Nintendo likes E, Sony likes M, Sega could be T. Maybe then. But I know that a lot of their, like, you're saying on average here, like, I don't think that they would want to take down, like, their games that would normally rated M down to, like, a T rating. Specifically appealer. I mean, I don't know. Alright, time for Pokemon Ranger. Capture Goombas by circling them. Brown Goombas are worth 1 point, brown Goombas are worth 3 points. Time to play Pokemon Ranger with a mouse. Is what it's time for. This literally looks like Pokemon Ranger. I swear. Whoa. Okay, I mean, trying to be careful not to get these bombs. Wah! Golden ones! The golden snitch! Well, that works, I guess. But yeah. So I need third-party support, and thus a console that competes with Sony in performance and not Nintendo's level? Maybe. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, things like Persona and Yakuza, where it's like, you're probably not going to be able to bring those down to a T rating. I don't think. I mean, Persona, like, in terms of story content, you could try to take it down to that, but, like, then it wouldn't really be Persona anymore. Saving. Go, Daisy. Chibi's zooming out here. Got places to be. I feel like considering the positioning of that star, like, it's probably gonna stay in place there. If I had to hazard a guess. Most likely. Oh, and you can land on the event space and knock people further down away from the star with, like, the barrels and stuff. But yeah. So it could set itself apart as the story game console. PlayStation used to be that, but they're really not anymore. I mean, they are still to an extent, but it's like, how often do they really put out games? I don't have enough coins for a star. Like, the PS5 is so barren for games. That's like, what the heck do you play even? Now. Because Sony will put out, like, a new big game, like, maybe once a year. Maybe... Have they put out 2 in a year before? In terms of, like, their big IPs? There's really not a whole lot. And it's crazy considering when the PS5 first came out, there was such a scramble for the console. Everyone treating it like it was the blood of Christ. Oh. And now there just is not all that much interest in getting PS5s. Oh, it just takes away coins. Because now everyone knows, like, there's not that many games for it. And in the early days, people thought, like, oh, this is the next-gen console. They're gonna get, like, a whole bunch of games on it. And then there just really wasn't. And people are like, well, what do you get a PS5 for? All over the Goomba. Like, maybe it's like a streaming console, I guess, or something. Stylus, turn the crank. Listen to the tempo of the intro tune, then turn the crank to recreate that speed as closely as possible. The better you do, the more Goombas you'll lure. Okay. I recognize this game, too. I don't like how there's additional minigame music in addition to this. Like, it makes it a little bit distracting from the minigame music. Come here, guy! He was thinking about it. I'm the superstar! But the big complaint with Xbox Sony right now is that there's no big games to play. So they set themselves apart by specifically making lots of AA games like Nintendo does. It'd be a good idea. Yeah, like, that's one of the things I like about the Switch is just how many games are always coming out for it. Like, lots of them are crap nowadays. Like, I haven't been impressed by a lot of their games coming out this year. Like, Princess Peach Showtime or Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I've thought were pieces of crap, waste of money games. But they still put out, like, a lot of games, and a lot of them are good. The only Nintendo game that I've liked so far this year has been Super Mario Party Jamboree. Like, I was not impressed with even Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom either. I was very not impressed with that game. But at least there's like lots of games and choices, and usually their AA games are usually pretty good as well. But yeah, I've not been super impressed this year. Letting player Waluigi. But yeah, I don't get the Xbox Series S or Series X thing. Never bought them because you had an Xbox One. Why would you need that? Same thing with the Wii U. You already had a Wii. Well, the Wii U was the next console. Like, I feel like the name was a little bit misleading with people thinking there was like an upgrade to the Wii, but it was like the next generation console. I have enough points for a star. Companies need better marketing. Not gonna be out here Googling what the differences are. Just want a console to play the game on. But yeah, Wii U was the next console, but like, with them naming it the Wii U, people just thought that it was like some additional thing to the Wii, not like the next generation console. I feel like the name probably made a big difference. But I owned a Wii U. I quite liked my Wii U. That's why I started out streaming on this channel, was my Wii U. Smash 4 online. That's what I did. Sega came out with a console with a bunch of AA games, PS6 level performance, and physical media with physical releases for their games at a reasonable price, it would sell. Probably would. There's probably a lot of people like really tired of like Xbox after lack of super meaningful exclusives and them laying off a whole bunch of employees, and all their stuff is gonna be available on Windows anyway, so why buy the console? And with Sony, people are like, well, what the heck when you barely have any games, and here you are selling like PS5 Pros that cost so much and don't even come with like the stand or the disc drive. The stand being, I think I have mine in my drawer here. Yeah, it's a separate purchase. You got these stupid little pieces of plastic. Or a disc drive, so it's by default like digital media only on the PS5 Pro. Sure, do that and get a star. When there still hasn't really been much in the way of games that actually push the default PS5 to its limits. It's like, why would you need a Pro console if it feels like we're not even hitting like the ceiling of potential on the original console yet? Like, very much what it feels like. All geared up. Assuming they don't call it Sega Genesis X or something stupid like Xbox Series or Wii U. Climb the gears and platforms to reach the goal. Some platforms may rotate or disappear after some time. Move and jump. Also, Xbox ruined Halo. You loved Halo up to reach. No reason to buy it now. That's what I've heard. I've never played a Halo game before. I own a lot of the old ones because I picked up a lot of Xbox and Xbox 360 Halo games at like garage sales and classic game stores. So I own a lot of the series. I like the classic titles and stuff. I've never played them. And this was like the past year or two that I've been picking them up. Because nowadays I'm as much of a game collector as I am a game player, I'd say. I like to try and preserve some of the classics and have them in my library. So I like to expand my game library where I can, and now I own a lot of the Halo games now. Maybe I'll play one day. Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X. It's actually what the last 4 Xbox models have been called, and they're from 2 different console generations. Yeah, and you could not remotely tell by the names. Like, I guess there's the one in one series and series in another series, but it's still just so dumb. Like, what? So one line is called the Xbox Series and the other is called the Xbox One Series, I guess, here. Like, wow. Simple in the beginning with Xbox, and then Xbox 360, where that's clearly another thing. I guess Xbox One is kind of clear, like compared to the comparing it to the 360. But when you call it like Xbox One X or S or whatever the heck, and then the next ones are like Xbox Series S or X, and it's like, yeah, at face value, I would not know what those are without Googling it. Like, it's not inherently obvious. This is mine though, right? So if a hex that you play, so you get 5 coins. Oh. Oh! Oh! Star jump scare. Wow. I've yet to have that happen to me in Mario Party Jamboree. It just happened to be in DS in the story mode. Wow. Can be ours to figure that out. Probably would have bought them if it was like Xbox 2 or something. Yeah, at least PlayStation is simple with the numbers. Oh god, not this again! Oh no. I apologize in advance for your ears. Like, maybe just mute this while I'm doing... I don't know. I'm like, it's barely registering on the thing. Maybe I shouldn't be blowing. Maybe I should just be talking loudly, and maybe it'll register better. Because, yeah, it's not like these mini-games were designed for a Blue Yeti microphone. Maybe just talk loud and have it be picking stuff up. Oh, it probably is like some sort of filters then in that case, so it probably isn't too bad. Wow. Okay, so now I just blow on it like a little bit. Okay, so I'm talking. Okay, yeah, maybe just blowing. It's not always picking up the talking. All right, so now someone probably dies. Yep. Don't know how that doesn't damage us close by proximity. Well. Ah! Okay, that's the way to go. Just scream into it. Don't blow. Well. Oh, Yoshi's so dead. I can't believe this. Ah! Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done it all that much there. Now Mario's gonna set me up for death. Or maybe not. Maybe he won't. Oh? Hold on. Huh? Ah! Oh. Well, whatever. Now do Lion King. Okay, there we go. Oh, no. Wow, I actually won this game. Amazing. Now I get a bunch of coins. Cool. A couple extra trickling to Mario. Well, that was certainly something, wasn't it? Thank you for all the coins. I appreciate it. Oh yeah.